Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond. DA. Doing it all, DA. Thanks. And here's a look at some numbers for Ayton.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Conley finds Gobert. 5 on the clock to the inside. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. From past the arc, O'Neal misses. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Johnson right side. Over Ingles. Johnson can't hit. Mitchell against Bridges. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Tipped away. Ayton the pass to Bridges. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Booker. Back to Ingles. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Ingles. That shot, no good. Good D by Rubio. Suns have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. To the middle. Ayton kicks to Bridges. There's the pass to Booker. Tips it. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Conley the pass to Ingles. Now the dish to O'Neal. Jazz passing it around. Passes it to Gobert. It's O'Neal atop the key. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Saric has checked in for Johnson. Utah also making some changes. George Niang, who's checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. A nice shot by Booker. And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
It's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide, rather than what we see today at 12 feet. that would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play. Almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Suns trail by 3. Bridges kicks to Booker. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And now Utah, fast break. And Moutier throws it down.
You cannot let Moutier have room in the open court. He's going to burn you. That shot he got in transition was simply because he outworked everyone on the court.
Now, here's Bridges. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Gobert. Rubio against Moutier. Here's Clarkson. Gobert, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Clarkson. Poked away. Hands with the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last. Suns have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Jerome. Pass to Carter. Kaminsky, the pass to Jerome. Here's Baines over Gobert. And he misses his first shot of the game. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation.
You're really cute to have a coach like that. You really.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Suns. We got Frank Kaminsky. He's out there with Aaron Baines. Carter out there with Sharch. And it's Jerome in at the point. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, D.A. Thank you. Here's Baines, following the basket by Emmanuel Moutier. Carter, the pass to Jerome. Pulls up. They grab their own miss. That shot off the mark.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Nice ball movement by Utah. And Davis puts it in.
Davis is a big guy, a lengthy big guy, rushing off contact there and using a bit of that wiry strength.
Here's Carter, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. O'Neal comes in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Moutier.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Stolen by Mitchell. Conley with it. Kaminsky's there. Conley's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Kept alive. Goes up again. Over to the wing. Here's O'Neal. Drains it from beyond the arc. O'Neal's got the lead up to 8 now for the Jazz.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Here's Carter. Can't hit that one. So Utah will take it the other way.
Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Here's Baines following the bucket by the Jazz. He kicks it to Carter. And the Suns miss again.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Davis dishes to Mitchell. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Davis still trying to gain the consistency he needs to fulfill his potential.
And the Suns here with a different look. So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers. Bridges kicks to Rubio. Will it go? Ayton uses the glass to finish the lane.
If Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Ingles passes to O'Neal. Conley dishes to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Mitchell finds Conley. And the 3 off target.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
The Jazz with another miss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. No good that time. Here's O'Neal. Cans it from downtown. O'Neal's got 6. Off the inbound pass. It's good, and the Jazz leaders get down to 9 in the bucket from Rubio. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
He's going to throw his arm out trying to make a pass of that length.
Got it up. And so it's the Utah Jazz ahead by. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. In the second quarter, they. And that'll about.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up is also opening the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
So on the floor for Utah. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in it small forward. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now, here's Rubio. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And that one is good. Ingles has got the lead up to 13 now for Utah. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Booker. And the Suns miss again.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
That one drops for him. Ingles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Now the pass to Rubio. On the wing, Booker. Over Mitchell. Off the left rim and out.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
You wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Back to O'Neal. The three. Rubio with the rebound.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And Ayton stays with it.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, Kevin, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Ingles passes to Conley. Poked loose. Nice ball movement by Utah. From downtown. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Booker. Lays it up off the glass. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Got a piece of it.
He has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Phoenix making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ayton. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Utah also making some changes. Jordan Clarkson comes in for O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And here's the fast break. Mitchell with it. Bridges covering. Here's Gobert. An easy 2 points on the layup. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Bridges dishes to Booker. Back to Bridges. Shoots over Clarkson. Bridges misses. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. On the wing, Booker takes the 3. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got 4 rebounds in this game. Gobert with a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 19. Carter down low, defended by Moutier. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Back to Clarkson from deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Utah with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Clarkson. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Here's Niang, defended by Booker. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Jazz leading by 23. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Mikal Bridges checked in for Kaminsky. And that one misses.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Now, here's Bridges. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Bridges' shot, good.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
Ingles, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Mikal Bridges picks one up. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top four. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Jazz have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Passes it to Booker. Here's Šarić, covered by Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists now in this one. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Booker the pass to Šarić. Yes, that goes in.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Šarić has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Now here's Conley. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. Dishes it to Gobert. Chalk up 2 there. Gobert's got 10 points in just the second half.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Bridges' shot, good.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Ingles dishes to Conley. Back to Ingles, over Šarić. But he stays with it. pass to come. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Here's Bridges. Finished off the break.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out. The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
– 11 seconds left in the fourth, and Utah turns it over again.
Tucker.
11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Oni, and too long on the shot.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win to come into an opponent's building and dominate the win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole two.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Hi, everyone. DA.
Well, the writing was on.
You're right, DA. A big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
And it's Mitchell missing. Conley against Russell. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. The Timberwolves working the ball around him. Here's Okogie. Ingles covering. No good from Beasley. And here are the Jazz now. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Towns, the putback. Here's Hernan Gomez. To the wing on the left. There's Russell with the three. The rebound by the Jazz.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And O'Neal gets it to go. And so just over a minute and a half played. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Towns against Gobert. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the last 2 years, Karl Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. Clark, you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. He's better defensively one-on-one. And I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players.
Now, here's Ingles. He moved, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Towns.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
The pass to Okogie. To the paint. Now, Hernan Gomez. Defended by Gobert. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Passes it to Ingles. O'Neal with it. Hernan Gomez on him. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ingles. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Ingles has got 6 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And it's off from 3-point range. Timberwolves trail by 6. For 3, Okogie. Another miss by Minnesota. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Conley. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling The defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear.
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the breaks because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Okogie. Outside Russell. Over Conley. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Conley gets it to go. The assist by O'Neal.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Towns, and it's sent back by Mitchell. And they get it back. Stolen by O'Neal. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Noel, he's covered by Clarkson. Down low, it's stolen by Davis. Ring shot on the way. No good that time. And so it's the Utah Jazz in the driver's seat, up 8 points. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his inspiration.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Utah, Rudy Gobert is out there with Davis. And there's Emmanuel Mudiay. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Niang in at the 3, the small forward. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Kicks it to Culver. They get it back.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Mudiay finds Davis. Back to Mudiay. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Mudiay's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Back to Clarkson. And the pass to Niang. Jacks up a 3. Second shot opportunity. Gobert. Here's Davis. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Rockets. Finished off the break.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Fires from the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Passes to Culver. Johnson outside. Now Culver. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's good. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter. Timberwolves trail by 8. On the wing, Johnson lets it fly from 18. The shot will not fall. The Jazz go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from James Johnson.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Moutier, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Towns finds Johnson. Now, here is Russell. Back to Johnson. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight, and stolen by Russell. Pass to Culver. Launches a 3. Rebound, Utah. Here's Clarkson. 9 points last game out. And it's Russell with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Karl Anthony Towns. Clarkson dishes to Davis. Pass to Niang. Shoots over Culver. It's deflected.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. Okogie comes in for Culver. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles is checked in for George Niang. O'Neal comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Moutier.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
That one drops. He ties it up.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
Here's Okogie. Tie game in Minnesota. Yep. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. The first quarter was a difficult one for Minnesota. They wasted no time putting themselves in a difficult situation. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Joe Ingles getting it done today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got D'Angelo Russell. Also, Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Hernangomez passes to Beasley. For the lead. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to keep.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Here's a Kogi. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Good on the shot. Ingles has got 4 this quarter.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Ingles kicks to Conley. The wide open look here for Ingles. Off target with the open look.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Stolen by Michael Conley. With the shot. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And that game against the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
Hernan Gomez passes to Russell. Back to Hernan Gomez. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Russell. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Russell's got 9.
Boy, Russell loves to take and make these quick trigger shots. He plays with a nice rhythm and flow to his game.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And beginning his career with the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You've got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
Johnson right side for the tie. That's tipped. The pass to Moutier. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Noel. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Utah. Ingles. The tip in on the offensive rebound. He's got 15.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. It's stolen by Moutier. And now Utah, fast break. And the basket by Ingles. And now it's an 8-point Jazz lead. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Buries it from three-point range.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Okogie's checked in for Minnesota. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Culver. Utah also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Royce O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level. The late Flip Song is one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
The Timberwolves have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. And so he hits both. We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Out to the right wing. Conley with the three. Utah the rebound. And another shot. Gobert. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Gobert's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz. And so it's Utah going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've had active hands and have forced a lot. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Clarkson is out there with Conley. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. And now Utah, fast break. Ingles passes to O'Neal. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Conley against Russell. Johnson for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Pass to O'Neal. The dish to Gobert. Back to O'Neal. The 3. Rebound by Okogie. Timberwolves trail by 13. Russell dishes to Johnson. Pass to Reed. 14 feet away. Rebound Utah. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Clarkson finds Conley. Now O'Neal. From deep. The offensive rebound. Unable to get that one. The Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Wayman pass to Russell. Another miss by Minnesota.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Johnson, the pass to Okogie. Back to Johnson. Here's Reed. He had stolen by Ingles. Conley with a wide-open look. Another miss by Utah. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Russell. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
To the paint, it's stolen by Gobert. Clarkson gets to Conley. For 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in this game. Okogie misses. Jazz leading by 16. Ingles passes to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Launches it. Again, Conley missing.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Reed. Trying to get something going. O'Neal with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Jazz.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. The three from Johnson. Another miss by Johnson. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Clarkson. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Out to the right wing. Reverses. The shot by Lehman, no good. It's been all Jazz. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's stolen by Gobert. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Gobert.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are all ready.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Bob.
this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV.
And about ready to get. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on Payday. He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Taking a look at Utah, advantage in 1 series. And, of course, Oklahoma City. They're right in 5th place.
And, you know, for the Thunder, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Ingles can't get it to go. But Thunder have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Ball finds Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Credit Joe Ingles for how hard he plays, taking the challenge defensively.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Dort. Drops in the tray.
Easier to go strong to the hoop, but I tell you what, when you feel it, take it from deep.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Drops in the layup for 2. Paul's got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Jazz have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
It's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
It's stolen by Adams. To the inside. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Ingles. He's putting up 9 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause. Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Here's Schroeder. No good there. The Jazz go the other way with it. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. And for the Thunder, one of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Ingles kicks to Gobert. Pass to Conley. Plays it up and banks it in.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
And it's Schroeder missing. Jazz trail by 11. Adams' shot is off. Jazz have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Here's Gobert. O'Neal with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. O'Neal passes to Gobert. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Ingles, that's for 2. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Pass to Schroeder. Inside, here's Noel. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
It's stolen by Adams. Here's Gallinari. And he banks in the layup. Gallinari's got 5.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Muscala, he's checked in for the Thunder. Utah also making some changes. George Niang, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Mitchell, and it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That is his first foul of the game. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Niang. Utah gets it back. Gobert the pass to Davis. Here's Niang. Nailed from three-point land. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We come back right after this.
The ups and downs of injuries.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
They've got Muscala, Diallo out there with Andre Robertson. Then it's Noel. And it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
It's good on the putback. Niang's got 5.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
In the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
Jazz trail by 14. Here's Niang. That one rolling around and rims out. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And that's now 6 points for Nerlens Noel.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him, expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him.
Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the 3 ball and gets to the free throw line, he's one. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes.
The high post shot, and with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket for Mitchell.
Boy, how valuable is Donovan Mitchell? Having him in the fold sets up this team moving forward.
Here's Noel. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Gallinari comes in for Mike Muscala. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Andre Robertson. Mike Conley's checked in for Utah.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And it's Noel missing. Jazz trail by 14. And there's the pass to Clarkson. Niang kicks to Clarkson. To the middle. Niang passes to Davis. Here's Niang. Just 5 to shoot. Mitchell dishes to Davis. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Connects on the 17-footer.
A better athlete than sometimes given credit for. Gilgeous-Alexander can motor.
Niang passes to Davis. Niang, that's good. Niang's got 9 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And slam dunk by Noel.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Gallinari.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good from Paul.
This is why Chris Paul is a winner. He is far from the biggest guy on the floor, but that does not keep him from being fearless on the drive.
The Jazz working the ball around now. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. Here's Mitchell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter, nothing since.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Jazz have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
High character kid, well spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, Rule head to the line for 2. The Jazz shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Rudy Gobert can change the game in so many ways. He does it with his length, his height, and his impact.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Conley, no good on the last second attempt there. And all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Right out of the gates, it was Oklahoma City setting the tone. At one point, they're devastated. That's all for now.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Nerlens Noel really making a difference here.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Taking a look at the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward.
You got to keep your head on a swivel when you go up against Rudy Gobert. Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The 2 things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Down low, it's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Mitchell dishes to Ingles, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Ingles has got 8 points.
Good finish in transition by Joe Ingles. And on the other side, you have to make sure you get back and defend.
Here's Adams, and yes, it's good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Ingles passes to O'Neal. Back to Ingles. He kicks it to Gobert. 5 to shoot. Now, here's Ingles. Tight defense on him. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And finished off by Davis.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. O'Neal passes to Davis. Tries from 16. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Mudiay. And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the players?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to get more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just reinforcing and stating the rules.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's Mudiay with the ball. He brings it up for the Jazz. 9-point game. Took him no time at all on that one. O'Neal's got 6 in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Adams, the pass to Muscala. It's stolen by Gobert. Back to O'Neal. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
In that game against the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West You've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And the Jazz making a change here. Ingles is checked in.
There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances. When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Gobert, the pass to Niang. The Thunder pull it in. Noel's got his 5th rebound in this one. Nobody near Schroeder. The Thunder with another miss. The Jazz on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Moutier kicks to Niang. There's the dish to Gobert. Yep, that one goes in there. Gobert's got 6.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
To the paint. The putback, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
From deep Ingles, and the Jazz, another 3.
You see the practice time Ingles has put in, completely in rhythm. No problem with that shot.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 1.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari is out there with Ferguson. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Diallo in at the shooting guard position.
I mean, how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Mitchell looking it over. Back to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. That's 10 points for Rudy Gobert. Here's Noel. Passes it to Diallo. To the inside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
Utah has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Outside Conley. He feeds it to Gobert. Off target from the baseline. It's deflected. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Diallo. Noel trying to break loose. Shot good by Diallo.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
And a foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. Oh, the lob to Gobert. The shot comes out.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Schroeder passes to Diallo. Fires from deep, and that one's good. Schroeder.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Diallo. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Bucket is good.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Schroeder outside. Inside. They get it back. Noel, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Michael Conley picks one up.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Noel. On it will look for Oklahoma City. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Diallo, and Chris Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Outside Conley. Gallinari against Ingles. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Here's George. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's O'Neal, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days. Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Paul kicks to Gallinari. Paul outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Gallinari. The shot from the low post is good.
This is just reading the defense, finding the soft spot. Heady play by Gallinari.
Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. .114 left here in the 4th quarter. Paul, no one around him. And the Thunder, another 3.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Thunder.
And a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And this will make it 21 victories for them on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Nerlens Noel.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
Clock at 6. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so Utah ends up going with the new group. The tray. Williams-Goss misses. Now here's Schroeder. Again, Oklahoma City.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And here now the Thunder. At one point they led by 16. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused. We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. And let's go.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy by financial.
Thanks, DA. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Ayton.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Conley with it, now guarded by Booker. Mitchell's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's good for two. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
It's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
The Suns have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. On the wing, Ingles. Again, the Jazz score.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And Phoenix turns it over again.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Jazz have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. O'Neal passes to Gobert. Over Ayton. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by O'Neal. Gobert's got his second basket of the night. Pass to Bridges. Booker looking around. Lets the three fly. A putback. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. For Utah, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Here's Conley. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
For 3, Booker. The shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, their starters got into foul trouble, and it felt as if some of the calls were tick-tack, no doubt, but nonetheless, damage was done. Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And that one, good. Ingles has got 6 points.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. The Jazz making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Sharch checked in for the Suns. Booker the pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
So this is where the freakish length of Rudy Gobert, so effective at reaching in and prying the ball away from the opposition.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help.
You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Bridges after the basket by Utah. Ayton, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jazz leading by 9. Here's Mitchell, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
A different look for Utah. Davis is checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Moutier in for Royce O'Neal. Now here's Kaminsky. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. The shot by Carter, nobody around. No good on his first attempt of the game. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Utah. Nice ball movement by Utah. Niang, that's good.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Davis. Second chance shot. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
A nice shot by Carter.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Right side Davis. Moutier pass to Davis. Here's Niang. Clarkson on the wing. Stripped away. And so it's the Utah Jazz ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. We've got Carter. Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Dario Saric, and it's Jerome in at the point. Occupying that instant offense role, Doris, Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Suns trail by 13. Carter with the 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Moutier with the basket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Carter outside. The pass to Baines. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Baines has got his first basket of the night.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Niang. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Jerome, good. Utah leading by 11. Clarkson passes to Niang. And good that time.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Back to Baines. Goes up on the high post. And Davis pulls it down.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Suns trail by 13. Carter looking around. Pass to Jerome. Back to Carter. Passes it to Saric. From deep three-point range, Suns keep it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Moutier finds Mitchell. Out of bounds, it will go to the Suns.
Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is DeAndre Ayton. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft.
And Utah making a change here. Conley's checked in. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Jerome, no good. Utah leading by 11. Hudson on the wing. Moutier pass to Davis. Out to Conley. Here's Niang, defended by Carter. And here's Conley outside. Another miss by Utah. Doris Ayton, a terrific rebounder. He can score in the paint. And, of course, he is still improving.
Yeah, what you like about DeAndre Ayton, Kev, is he doesn't just rely on his God-given talent. This guy knows he needs to be more consistent with the jumper, improve his overall defensive awareness, but this guy is willing to put in the work to become a complete and great NBA player.
And Phoenix has possession following the three-pointer by Utah. Count it. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played, it's Davis with the drive. Niang picks to Moutier. Back to Conley. Jazz passing it around. Moutier pass to Niang. Banked in off the glass. Niang's got 4 this quarter.
You can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Takes a 3. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Carter.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Clarkson. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Clarkson's got 7.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
Johnson kicks to Carter. Here's Kaminsky. No good on the triple. And it's Davis with the ball for the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him. And he gets it back. Here's Niang. He's guarded by Johnson. 6 to shoot. Conley inside the line. Money from the wing. He's got 6. 11 seconds left now here in the second. Johnson, the pass to Jerome. Carter with the 3. Hits a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Half. Right out of the gates, it was Utah setting the tone, jumping on every opportunity to push the tempo. At one point, they had built a 14-point advantage. And that does it for our halftime show.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One of the stories here, Joe Ingles getting it done today.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
Doing such a great job of orchestrating this offense. I love the way he has been in complete command of the offense.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Utah. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And here's Booker from the arc. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Ayton finds Booker. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. O'Neal dishes to Ingles. To the middle. And stolen by Booker. Ayton in the high post. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Outside Conley. Back to Gobert. Makes it off the glass. Gobert's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Mitchell passes to Ingles. Outside Conley. Booker against Mitchell. From deep. Here's Gobert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gobert's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
No good from Booker.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Pass to Conley. Lots of room. Shoots the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Conley's got 9.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now. Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
A different look for Utah. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell, and it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And Phoenix also making a switch. Saric is checked in. Over in the corner, Moutier. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. And Gobert kicks to Clarkson. No good with the triple. Suns trail by 15. Here's Booker. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is capable of outrunning almost every other big in the league. Nice job in transition.
Gobert finds Ingles. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's O'Neal. They get the rebound. Gobert. And the pass to O'Neal. From the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. And Phoenix also making a switch. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Back to Clarkson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control. And he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Carter, he's checked in for Phoenix.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
And Utah making a change here. Conley's checked in. Gobert, the pass to O'Neal. Clarkson up top, defended by Booker. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. Gobert dishes to Clarkson. Misses the 3. Bridges inside the 3-point line. He gets it in there. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. And Gobert kicks to Conley. A second chance effort. Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Utah Jazz. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court for the Suns, inside Saric and Baines. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the three, the small forward. Conley finds Gobert, and here's Ingles outside. That one doesn't drop, and Phoenix will come the other way. Fast break, here come the Suns. Saric has got the ball. And here's Booker from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Booker's got it back down to within single digits for the Suns. Out to Conley. Here's the dish to Gobert. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Offensive rebound. Now Clarkson. Pass to Conley. Now here's Clarkson. Defended by Bridges. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And the Suns get it back. Stolen by Clarkson. In transition, here come the Jazz. Gobert, the pass to Ingles. Conley against Rubio. Conley dishes to Ingles. Fires for three. Another miss by Utah.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Flows under control, and he's more than up to the task.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Passes to Gobert. Back to Ingles. Outside Conley. Kicks to Gobert. Lets it go with a three. Conley's shot is off.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
First one falls for him.
Well, I think we know that Devin Booker is known for his shooting, but to me, guys, there's also the passing and the rebounding aspect that comes into play with him.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. And then for Phoenix, Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And it's Johnson in for Saric.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the inside. They need this one. And there's the nice layup by Ingles. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Embrace the pressure, Mr. Ingles. Nice delivery.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Here's Booker. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
Devin Booker with the big shot. He may be young, but he's got big-time game.
Goes up on the wing. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Bridges. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Devin Booker.
Well, he can hit big shots. Booker's about as confident a young man as we've seen when the pressure's on. Rudy Gobert is so competitive, doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Outside Conley. And contact. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
And foul on the and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Utah who strike 5 with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win. And
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
Salt Lake City, Utah, fully illuminated tonight as we get a look at our...
Well, if you ask Carly...
Terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, we've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Towns in at the 5, home in the paint. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. And the basket by Ingles. You don't see this very often, Clark, but tonight, two teams that really thrive in the half court.
Yeah, and you know, they can get up and down, and we'll see them do that some, but they much prefer, Kevin, simply to grind it out.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Gobert against Towns. Ingles passes to Gobert. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for Minnesota.
James Johnson.
Ingles against Johnson. Mitchell kicks to O'Neal. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Ingles. And he uses the glass on the way. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Here's Johnson. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Johnson's shot is off.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Hernan Gomez against Ingles. Gobert dishes to Ingles. Back to Gobert. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Johnson kicks to Russell. And there's the pass to Hernan Gomez. Beasley against Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. And the shot goes in.
What can you do when Towns is knocking these shots down? A big man with a dynamite killer jumper.
Here's O'Neal. Connects from 3-point range.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions. And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Beasley for 3. It doesn't go for him. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Down low, Towns with the steal. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Gobert. O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. Back to Ingles. Pass to O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. Gobert, the pass to O'Neal. Cans the shot from the wing. O'Neal's got 5 points so far. And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
Here's Beasley. Michael Conley making his last shot. Can they get it? No good from Beasley. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And he gets it to go. Conley's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Ingles kicks to O'Neal. Back to Ingles. Johnson with some nice D. He had stolen by Ingles, and after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Utah out in front, up by 15. Don't go anywhere. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to match.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Utah Jazz.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
They've got Gobert, Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Jordan Clarkson. And there's Davis, and it's Niang in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Well, every team needs rebounding. Let's check out the league's top rebounders. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Niang passes to Mudiay. The dish to Davis. Culver with the steal. Here's Okogie, and the layup is good. Okogie's got his first points of the night.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
And Davis can't get it to go.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Culver passes to Okogie. Buries the long-range jumper. Okogie's got 7 points in the game.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school, and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Clarkson. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 12. Passes it to Okogie. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Moutier, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Culper, and another 3 for Minnesota.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Davis dishes to Moutier. Back to Davis. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. And the Jazz lead by 9. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard's got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Towns is checked in. 1:14 left to play in the first half. Towns is doubled. Reed the pass to Towns. Here's Wayman. Beyond the arc. That one misses. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Rudy Gobert. O'Neal comes in for George Niang. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Clarkson. They get it again. Towns kicks to Hernan Gomez. There's Russell with a 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, you look at Russell, and the green light is always on from there for him. And he shoots it with confidence.
And taken away by Johnson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Russell finds Towns. Baseline try. Kicks it out to Beasley. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Johnson with the block. They recover it. And so it's the Utah Jazz ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. From the get-go, it was Utah that came out strong. At one point, their depth. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 9-point game. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. Back to Towns. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate. And, you know, the Timberwolves made Karl Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million, and really it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team.
Conley's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 6. Okogie, the pass to Towns, and that one drops. Towns has got 9 points.
You know what makes Towns so dangerous in transition? He can beat you with the shot, or he can beat you at the rim.
Got a piece of it. Towns with the steal. Here's Okogie. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And with Towns in his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different.
Yeah, you know, I think it's really rare to find a player so complete at this young age as Towns is. I mean, the production he gives you with his scoring and rebounding is really irreplaceable.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
And that one is good by Beasley.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys. And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Russell. That 3 off the mark. Jazz leading by 6. Up top, Gobert. Back to Ingles. Mitchell outside. He dishes it to Gobert. With the putback. It's good on the putback. Ingles has got 4 points in the quarter.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Beasley kicks to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. From deep. Rebounded by the Jazz. Mitchell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Pass to Reed. Back to Towns. They need this. No good on the shot. The Jazz go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Niang kicks to Mitchell. There's the pass to Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the 3. Timberwolves trail by 11.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Culver, and it falls over the rim and in. Culver's got 5.
Shooting off the catch is about confidence. There, Culver demonstrating how it's done.
And that one's good by Davis.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
To the paint. Here's Moutier, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. Averaging 13 points per game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
A 3-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a handle of it.
And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell is able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mitchell passes to Davis. Mitchell dishes to Davis. Moutier kicks to Mitchell. Tries to save it. That one a little long. And so it's Utah holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten... Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Jazz leading by 8. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Moutier, and it's Clarkson in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Russell passes to Reed. It's tipped. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Count the basket. And the Jazz lead by 10. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Utah.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
At the elbow, it's Gobert. Mitchell dishes to Ingles. The rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. Down low, it's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Clarkson. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 12. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game. Mark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner, and I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
Clock at 6, and Gobert kicks to Conley. This one for 3, sinks the three-pointer.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Johnson can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Will not go. This is off the front iron. Ingles against Johnson. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got 4 this quarter.
Maybe not a natural born distributor, but Clarkson working to keep his teammates involved.
To the middle. Here's Johnson. Pass to Reed, 11 feet away. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And it's Utah's ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Sinks the triple. Reeves got his first 3 points of the game. Jazz leading by 15 to the inside. Gobert. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Culver passes to Beasley. Here's Reed. Back to Beasley. Timberwolves passing it around. And that one misses from Lehman. Jazz have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now and what has been.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside Conley. Leans inside, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Stolen. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Russell from long range. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Whoa, watch out now. And D'Angelo from deep. That's the parking lot range we've heard about for this young man.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Tucker. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. But they recover it. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Jazz, advantage in one series. And, of course, there's the Thunder, right behind them, just one spot down.
And I think for the Jazz, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hoped they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3 slot. And for Utah, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. And Brent, both teams really want this win. Playoff implications are at stake.
This is going to be an interesting night to see who it is that stands up, Kevin, and who it is that realizes the imperative nature of this game for their playoff chances. This could have some seeding implications as well.
And the players know it well, too, don't they?
The players know it well, and the veteran players and the players who have that experience and that hunger to get back there, they're letting the other guys know that tonight, let's lock in and tune it up.
Pass to Gobert. He kicks to Ingles. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
You're right. Here's Paul. Gobert with the block. Now the pass to O'Neal. The wide open look here for Ingles. Again, the Jazz score.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Shot to stop the run. Here's Paul. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Said it time and time again, Chris Paul in the mid-range is pretty much half the time going to be good.
O'Neal passes to Gobert. O'Neal with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Steven Adams. He's averaging 11 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Gallinari finds Noel. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Noel. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he has been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the bucket by the Jazz. Here's Adams. Gobert with the defensive effort.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And the Jazz with some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. The Thunder also changing it up. Mike Muscala is checked in for Adams. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous Alexander. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 16-4 run right now. That one goes in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Now, here's Clarkson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. It's deflected. Davis kicks to Clarkson. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Davis, the pass to Gobert. Here's Niang. Back to Gobert. Passes it to Niang. Tries yet again. Outside, Davis. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Moutier, no good.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And there's the feed to Gobert. Back to Moutier. And the layup's good off the glass.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to
domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Utah out in front, up by 16. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Every year I want to keep getting better.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking. And, Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Moutier. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Niang in at the small forward position. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
O'Neal's checked in for Utah. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Jazz have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
A five-star recruit coming out of high school, Davis still trying to gain the consistency he needs to fulfill his potential.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Jazz passing it around. Niang passes to Davis. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Ferguson misses. Jazz leading by 13. Pass to Niang. The dish now to O'Neal. Inside. Feeds it to Davis. Here's Niang. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Niang's got his second bucket tonight. Ferguson, the pass to Noel. And here's the break. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Chris Paul picks up that.
That's exactly what you want Moutier doing. Seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for George Niang. Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. And it's Mike Conley in for Moutier. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. the wing, Ingles. Here's Davis. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Davis has got 5 points so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Out left of the wing to stop the run. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. The freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Gobert, he's checked in for Ed Davis. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. O'Neal kicks to Conley. And stolen by Diallo. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Good work there as it goes.
And Gallo knows how to finish through contact. Excellent touch from there from the big fella.
Now, here is O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. The Jazz again can't hit it. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Adams taking his time here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Gilgeous-Alexander coming at you in a lot of ways right now, so a thorn in the defense's side.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Utah leading by 11, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
It was a stellar effort from Gallinari there, really contesting.
That shot no good. And the lead is down inside single digits. Gallinari's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Diallo the pass to Schroeder. And he banks in the layup.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. The pass to Gobert. To the paint. Here's Ingles. And Adams sends it back. And so it's Utah. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a nice 7-point lead. And
we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Joe Ingles getting it done today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. Great positioning on the putback. Dort's got 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Paul.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
The Jazz have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. 7-point differential. And Gallinari kicks to Paul. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Shot, high post. The offensive rebound. And they pick up 2. Adams has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Conley feeling it out. Mitchell. His 3-pointers off the mark. Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Guarded by O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Utah with the rebound. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets that one.
Coaches love Gilgeous-Alexander and the way that he's working. He's refusing to give in against that kind of airtight defense.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Gobert can't hit. Thunder trailing by 4. Robertson the pass to Ferguson. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Basket good.
You're going to burn yourself when you get up that close to Clarkson. He's explosive.
Thunder shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Noel comes up empty down low. Jazz leading by 6. Down low. Davis the pass to Gobert. To the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the board. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Diallo comes in for Andre Robertson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And now a fast break for the Thunder. But they get it back. Diallo the pass to Muscala. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Ed Davis. The Thunder shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Gobert the pass to Moutier. And the Jazz another 3.
He has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Moutier. He's averaging 7 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Joe Ingles is checked in for Utah. They get it again. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Pass to Clarkson. There's the triple. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Noel, and the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
And the Thunder making a change here. Robertson, he's checked in. The drive by Gobert. Can't connect from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Robertson kicks to Muscala. Kicks it out to Schroeder. To the middle. It's tipped. Shoot from the right block. Snatched up. Noel finds Muscala. He can't get that one.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Jazz. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's Clarkson in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. And it's Paul missing. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of the string of 4 games played at home.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a handle.
The Jazz making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there, has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
Back to O'Neal. A 3 ball. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Deflects the pass. Stolen by O'Neal. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Conley left side. Jazz passing it around. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Here's Paul. Here's Adams, and he lays it straight in.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Back to Conley. Here's O'Neal. They get the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Paul. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Such a savvy guard, easily getting the foul call on those type of shots.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Ingles passes to Gobert. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Here's the 3. He's off on that one. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Shoots from 12. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Adams' shot is off. Jazz leading by 8. Conley finds Ingles. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Dort. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Utah calls timeout.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
He'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
Mitchell wide open. Misses off the right eye.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
How about Steven Adams coming through? Give him a chance.
It's stolen by Adams. To the inside. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Gallinari.
Incredible shot by Gallo there. He lives for these moments.
Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Inside. Got a piece of it. O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Throws it up high.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Gallinari passes to Adams. Stolen by Mitchell. To the paint. It's tipped. Gallinari with the steal. Over to the left wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Gobert. Money!
Passes like this demonstrate Conley's unselfishness as well as his desire to get his guys going on offense.
Adams outside. It's stolen by Gobert. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It's tipped. Paul with the steal.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
And so it's Utah with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but...